Ladies and gentlemen, I have been talking a lot about IELTS. I have made different playlists on my channel, YouTube channel. This is IELTS with Kashif. And I have been talking about speaking previously. I have talked about reading step by step. Now this is video. I will talk about speaking part 2. You have already seen the video of speaking part 1, and this is about part 2. Part 2 is very crucial. It's totally 3 minutes part, 1 minute for thinking, 2 minutes to speak. It's not compulsory that you'll speak for at least 2 minutes, but during the practice we ask candidates to prepare for more than 2 minutes so that you don't have to worry about the time. You just keep speaking during the interview. They may stop you before 2 minutes, they may stop you at 1:30, 1:40 or 1:50. They'll signal you that alright, just close it, then you will close it. It's a cue card section in which you are provided a cue card, a topic, a statement with 3-4 questions you'll have to address. When you are face to face with the examiner, obviously you'll have a cue card on the file. They'll give you a file, a cue card will be written on that. You'll read the cue card, you will have the pen and paper, you'll make some points in that given 1 minute, and then you'll start talking. But when you are on a video call, I have seen many people here in Gujarat, sometimes they don't have the examiner traveling from Lahore or Islamabad to Gujarat, so they arrange video call interview. That's not difficult, that's a bit easy. On screen, when you are giving speaking interview on video call, what happens is the screen where the picture of examiner is coming, the cue card appears on the screen. So you note suddenly on the paper that what's the cue card. And again you start brainstorming and you start writing the questions, that what are the questions I'm going to address, and after 1 minute you'll start talking. Cue card will be vanished from the screen and examiner will appear on the screen and you'll start talking about the cue card. During the cue card, you're not supposed to stop. The first important point is that 1 minute you will have to brainstorm. Many people just stuck into that the questions they give under the cue card, you only have to address those questions, or those are necessary or compulsory to address. No, this is not. The questions given under the cue card are not compulsory to address. These are just hints for you to address. You can add more questions, you can change the questions, you can do anything in that 1 minute. You'll have the pen and paper with you and you can write anything on it. Obviously in 1 minute you cannot write the whole essay. For example, the cue card is your favorite personality. So in 1 minute, what would you do? The questions are there, like who is that personality, why you like that personality, and what impact that personality has on your life. You can take a lead from those questions, or you can make a circle in 1 minute, that favorite personality. Make a circle and start brainstorming. Who is that personality? What is the relation between me and that personality? Why I like him? Why I follow him? Why I impressed from him? And how long it has been I have been following that person? What impact that personality had in my life? And what specialities that personality has got? These are the questions you can address in that 1 minute. You cannot write any answer. That is a method of brainstorming. If you have the topic like memorable trip, what questions you can write? You can write what place did you go, when did you go, with whom you went, and for how long did you stay, what was the destination, why did you choose that destination, and when did you come back. These are the questions which will spark your mind, which will incite your mind to have the answers. And now you'll have, when you start the cue card, you'll have the paper in front of you. For example, if you start talking, that you'll see, okay, which questions I'm going to address first, which 1, 2, 3 questions I'm going to address. If I forget somewhere, I can see, well, how long I stayed over there. It was like 3 days we stayed there, and we booked a hotel and blah blah blah, this. So you can have a look on those questions which you just brainstorm during that 1 minute. I have discussed one important point, the brainstorming thing, in 1 minute, right? Now we'll come to the cue card. Actually, the important part is you're not supposed to stop. You're not supposed to pause a single moment. The moment you pause, you lose the bands. So you'll keep talking. Whatever comes to your mind, you don't stop. Either you'll have to talk about something right or something left. Sometimes you forget. So don't worry about that. Just keep speaking. Keep speaking about the things relative to the topic, not irrelative to the topic, but relative to the topic. Another tip I'll give you: when you start the cue card, you don't directly go to the cue card. What did I say? When you start the topic, you don't go directly to the cue card. Like, for example, I told you the topic, your favorite personality. So you're not supposed to start with, well, my favorite personality is this. If the cue card topic is the memorable trip, you're not supposed to go directly to the topic that like I'm going to tell you about a memorable trip I had. First, you will buy some time, you will waste some time, you will talk about the context. 30 seconds minimum. If you have the topic like favorite personality, well, you can talk about, well, there are a lot of personalities in my life which I am really influenced from. My brother, he's a very good disciplined guy, and my father, he's always my kind of role model. I like to follow my mother. Or I have a teacher I like very much. He suggests us many good things. It's very influential. You need to be influenced by somebody in your life, either it's a teacher, your brother, your parents, or anybody, because without that you cannot live your life. But now I would like to specifically talk about my father, which who I follow really since I got in senses, when I got in adolescent. So this is the way. First you talk about something else, then you come on the specific topic. If you talk about the memorable trip, then you can say, well, there are plenty of trips I have had in my life. Sometimes northern area, sometimes southern Punjab. I love to travel. I have visited many places in Pakistan. Sometimes we plan to go Lahore, sometimes Islamabad. So sometimes I go with my friends, and sometimes I go with my family. So it's a tradition to travel. Or you can say, in our family people don't travel much, so mostly I travel with my friends. So we have planned to travel after 6 months or after 1 year. We take leaves like 15-20, then we go on trip. That's the time you are buying. You're not coming to the topic directly. After doing that, then you can say, well, I would like to talk about specifically about that destination which I visited, that was 3 months ago. So that's the biggest tip in your cue card. First is brainstorming thing. Second is starting the cue card. How would you start? That's the only way you can complete 2 minutes. But if any of you is a good speaker, he or she has a good grip on English, then obviously you can do without the context as well. But for the people, majority of the people who do not know how to speak and who have lack of practice, or who had never gone for interview, this is a tip for them, that first 30 seconds you talk about something else, something contact, something right and left, जिसको हम कह सकते हैं आई बाई शाई करना है आपने थोड़ा सा क्यू कार्ड से पहले, फिर then you come to the specific topic, and that's how you will be able to complete at least 2 minutes. He or she may stop you before 2 minutes, and then you won't stop suddenly. You'll close that topic. And one thing I would reiterate is you do not stop, do not pause during the cue card. It's very important. Keep talking about anything, whatever. If you forget all things, keep talking. You don't need to be remain on the topic. If you have forgot the topic completely, you can tell us, or if you do not know what's how to talk about the topic. For example, if they ask you, tell me about your favorite movie, and you don't watch any movies, you say movies are haram. So then you can talk about, well, movies can be productive sometimes, but I don't watch any movies. We don't watch movies in our home. uh, I can talk about something drama or something like, I prefer to read books. Let me talk about the books then, because I don't watch movies, I don't go to cinema, I don't have a computer at home. And if you don't mind, I'll talk about the book I have read last night. Then you can continue. There may be a topic which you don't like to talk about, you haven't got any experience. Like if they say something about dancing, so you don't dance, so you can talk about a little about dancing, like we don't dance, and I haven't seen any program on dancing, and dancing is not allowed in our religion. But I can talk about something like any other topic. I can talk about this drama, movie, or music. You can divert the topic. If you haven't got a single clue about the topic, then you can divert yourself towards the other topic. That's how you can continue talking about the cue card. I'll come with the next video, IELTS Speaking Part 3. So keep in touch with me, keep watching the videos of about IELTS on my channel, IELTS with Kashif, and I'll come with the next video next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you very much.